Hey, it's me again. Today I'll be talking on how to buy your first home as a new immigrant. So today I'm going to be talking about how you can buy your first home as a new immigrant. So stay tuned. Hey, my name is Ben. I'm with the Switchlanes Real Estate Group. This is the first time on this channel, and you want to know about living, investing, sleeping, waking in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Make sure you tap the subscribe button and little bell so you get notified anytime we do a new video. Because we got so many people reaching out to us about planning on moving to Winnipeg, and we absolutely love it. So if you're planning on moving to Winnipeg, give us a call, send us a text, send us an email, however you want to get to us, because we got your back in moving to Winnipeg. Today I'm just going to be talking about how you can buy your first home as a new immigrant in Canada and Winnipeg precisely. So I'm going to be talking about some of the fears and first and how I'm going to be using myself as an example one way or the other. Talking about the fears you understand that people have as new immigrants. So when I came into Canada, generally one of the fears that we have was that back home, basically whenever we want to get a property, we are always back home. When I say back home, I'm talking about Nigeria. So whenever we want to buy a property, we are always buying the property with basically we have no mortgage back home. Even if there's a mortgage, it's just for selected few people. So if you want to buy a house, you have to save up to box sum to buy the house. So that was how it was being played back home. So when we came back to Canada, generally that was the presumption I had, that I had to save a lot of money. You understand me? A bunch of money to be able to buy a home in Canada. It wasn't about some years down the line that I got to know we had not even years. It was when I became a realtor, and even years after I came in that I got to know you didn't need the box sum to be able to buy a house. You just needed a down payment, which is probably 5%, 7% or thereabout, depending on if you want to build a house or you want to buy a already constructed house. So that really made a difference, because when you're coming from as a new immigrant, you come with your own the ideas that you have back home, not knowing that wherever you are in Canada, there's this different set of rules that apply down here. So it was basically that. So I actually didn't know. So another thing is leverage, and that's also the word that I got to know when I got here. Though I've been reading about the word leverage back home, but I actually didn't know how it played out over here. And leverage means that you can borrow some money, you understand me, and put up a down payment, you understand me, borrow some money from the bank, put up some down payment, you understand me, saved up by you. Then with that you can use the money from the bank as a leverage to buy your first home. So that is the first thing. So the reason why I'm doing this video is for the new immigrants coming in, so that they will actually know off the bat that you can get a house with 5% down, and there are other, you understand, programs that are first time home buyers, and all those programs that make buying a house a lot easy. The second fear, and also one of the mistakes that new immigrants make, is sometimes they get to the province, to get to Canada, and one thing about the Winnipeg and the lots of Canada is that you can easily get fresh cash. I said fresh cash. You have easy access to credit. There's everybody wants to give you credit. When you get to the airport, people are always begging you to get a credit card and things like that. And free money, sometimes you have to be very careful. Most of these credit cards that you see, you understand me, you pay sometimes when you get these credit cards, you pay like 18%, and very high sum on these credit cards. And so people get locked down on these credit cards to the extent that they eventually would put themselves almost on so much loan that they might not be to hinder them from buying their house. And that is one of the mistakes, and also that we make as immigrants. Some of the immigrants that I know, that I've talked to, some of them went to get a line of credit to build a house back home. You understand me? And if you go home, if you take line of credit here, you build a house back home, and and it's a house that you just plan to visit once in a maybe twice in a year. Some people don't even go home for 5 years. Then that's not a wise investment. So, and when you have this credit here and there, you understand me, it hinders you from getting your house. So, and that's another thing that I see the mistakes that new immigrants make. They get here, they're exposed to a lot of credit. Back home, it's so hard to get credit back home. If you go. But unfortunately, you get me. But unfortunately, you will find out that we get stuck in the system, and we're unable to move forward because of the fact that we're unable to move forward. We're unable to move forward because we are stuck. You understand me? And we have so much loan on our head. So it's not easy when you have so much loan. It affects so many things down here. So that is another thing. Is another thing that I see the mistakes new immigrants make. Don't get the line of credit. You understand me here, and you understand me credit card loans and things like that. And go build a house back home, a house that probably you go maybe once or twice in a year or thereabout. That's a huge mistake, and you're burdened by this debt. And we all know how it all turns out to pay back debt over here, because you have a lot of expenses and bills to pay. Then it becomes difficult for you to pay back, and you understand it hinders you getting a house, and you get stuck on that. So that is another thing I wanted to share. You understand me, for new immigrants coming in, and another mistakes that I'm trying to let people know, so that the people, when you're coming in, you don't make the same mistake. That's the second thing. Now the second mistakes, and also the second mistakes I see new immigrants make. Now the third one is basically third mistake is that I see the third mistakes I see new immigrants make is that I see, especially people from my own Nigerians, that I see Nigerians make over here, is that people are always, when they tend to compare themselves to their friends. That means if a friend, you understand me, gets a house, they want to get something similar, not putting themselves and looking at their financials and seeing how much they can afford to buy a house. You understand me? For an example is I see most of people from where I come from, you understand me, I always, he got to buy a house. That is their dream, and there's nothing wrong with you buying a house. But the problem I'm always seeing, they're always comparing themselves with their friends. If friends buys a 600,000, they want to buy a 600,000 house, not minding their financials and their capability of paying the monthly mortgages. And and it's been analyzed to say that your mortgage shouldn't be more than 25% of your general expenses. That you shouldn't be more. You shouldn't your mortgage should not be 50% of your general expenses. It should be around 30% or 25% of your general expenses. So, but I see some of the people that come from where I'm from, you understand me, put themselves in a hole, you understand me, and and they're going after things they really can't afford just to impress people that don't care, So I'm always advising, if I want to advise, if I want to advise, is that if you can afford it and your financials is fine, and you think you can afford a house of 600,000, 700,000, 800,000, 900,000, whatever, it's fine. I don't have a problem to go ahead and get the house. But if you can't afford it, don't compare yourself to anybody. Get a small house, you understand me. It might be a duplex, it might be a triplex, you understand me. Get it, you understand me. Live in one unit and have the other unit rented out. And as time goes on, you can now begin to when you're not capable, you can go for that big house. So if you're planning, so that's basically that. So if you're planning on moving to Winnipeg, like I used to say, give us a call, send us a text, send us an email, however you want to get to us, because we got your back and moving to Winnipeg. Until my next video, I'll catch you later.